The Tree of Life. Christi Belcourt is a Métis artist from the Métis Nation. She is inspired by her love and gratitude for nature. This piece is called Honoring My Spirit Helpers. What do you see in this painting? She has a deep connection with plants and animals. Christi wishes that all of us would practice kindness and generosity to them. Here are a few of her words. Kindness is an action that people can take in their daily life. I feel like taking that action can really change this world around. You don't buy plastics as much. You really try to change things around for yourself and for your community. This painting is called Our Lives Are in the Land. Why do you think Christi Belcourt gave it this title? What are ways that you can have gratitude for the earth? This painting is called Tree of Life. It was painted by Gustav Klimt in 1909. Why do you think he called it the Tree of Life? How are these two paintings the same? How are they different? Let's make our own Tree of Life inspired by their work. For this project, you're going to need a sheet of black construction paper, some construction paper crayons, or oil pastels. And I'm going to go ahead and start with a yellow crayon, but you're welcome to start with any color you want. And we're going to be drawing a basic tree. So I'm going to just draw the beginning of a tree, and I'm going to come down and I'm going to stop, and I'm going to leave some room at the bottom so that I can have some roots. And so I'm going to make sure I can have some roots. I'm going to just draw the bottom of my tree, and then I'm going to go ahead and just take and draw in some curved lines. And I'm going to do this in a few locations. Just draw in a few curved lines, and maybe one up at the top. Now, once I have my basic tree drawn, now I'm going to start to thicken it. Now, I definitely want it thicker down here, because if you've ever noticed a tree, they're skinny at the top, and then they get thicker and thicker as they go. So it's almost going to be kind of like we're making this tall, skinny triangle. So I'm going to have it thicker at the bottom. And as I go up, it's going to get a little bit skinnier. And it's okay if yours is bent or wild or crazy, it doesn't matter. So you can see that up at the top, it's not as thick as it is as you come down the bottom. And I'm going to take and thicken all of them, making it especially a little thick right where it touches the tree. So it'll be a little bit thicker here, and then it gets skinnier as it goes out. So take and thicken your branches a little bit. Now from here I can start to add on more branches. And to make more branches, I can just come out to the one of the branches that I already have, and this one's curling down. So I'm going to just take and curl up, and then I'll slightly thicken it. And then I can go up to my next place and do the same thing. And I'm going to take and put in doubles of them. And I might make some bigger, I might make some smaller, and that is okay. Now at this point I could start putting in my glowing orbs up into the sky, or my stars, or I could keep adding more of these, so it's really my choice. So at this point, with my tree, I could keep going or I could stop. Now, I want to show you a little bit with roots. Now, so we started to do our first root over here. And so I've got a nice little curved root happening. And I want to add a few roots in. So I'm going to just take and curl in and draw. And I don't want many. I want maybe 4 or 5 or 6, not too many, because I want to have spaces for some words. So there's the beginning of my roots. And now just like with the tree, I actually want it thicker here, and then they're going to get skinnier, so it's going to go the opposite as I go down. So it's going to be thicker here, and then a little bit thinner at the top. So now I have some roots in, and I really want this to be a gratitude tree. So I'm going to be taking and adding some words of gratitude down in here, like things that I'm really grateful and thankful for. And I can use any color I want for that. And so I'm going to think about what I really, really want to be grateful for. And so maybe one of them for me is going to be family. I'm not sure what it's going to be for you. And I also really want to put friends. And I'm going to put the earth because I'm very grateful for everything I get from the earth. I'm going to put love and joy. Now I could make those a little bit thicker if I want to, or I could just leave them. Now from here, I can start to put in orbs, or I could start to add in more branches. It's really my choice. To make an orb, you just choose any color, you make a circle, and then you take another color around it, and then you can just keep adding more and more colors, and any colors you like. And you can make it as big or as small as you want your orb to be. It doesn't matter. And these are going to start to become almost like the fruits on your tree. So at this point you could add in more branches, or you could start to put in orbs. It's up to you. You could also put in orbs down in your bottom as well. If I want, I could put in some soil down in my earth as well. I could take my brown and really, really softly, and I'm going to kind of go around my letters. But if I wanted to put in a really light soil base, you see I'm not pushing very hard. So my roots and my stars are still really showing. But this way I could have a little bit of a kind of a hint of the ground. There you have it, and you can keep going and adding more and more. In my original one, I had, I think, a little bit more happening. You could also take and add in some squares into your tree. Gustav Klimt did that, so if you wanted to add in those, you can. You could add in some pools of water like Christi Belcourt did. You could add in leaves. You could add in some plants. Anything that you would like to do in your tree of gratitude. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.